Moscow, Idaho, a picturesque town nestled in the heart of the Palouse region. Known for its serene landscapes and tight-knit community, a small town, a safe town, a place where everyone knew each other, and the sense of community was strong. Neighbors greeted each other with warm smiles and children played freely in the streets. Home to the University of Idaho, a place where life moved at a slower pace. The university brought a youthful energy to the town, with students bustling between classes and enjoying the vibrant campus life. Surrounded by rolling hills, the air was clean, the people friendly. The natural beauty of the area was a constant reminder of the peaceful life that residents cherished. It was a place where one could find solace in the simplicity of everyday moments. Students came to learn and grow, to experience life away from home. They formed lifelong friendships, explored new ideas, and prepared for their futures. The university was a beacon of hope and opportunity. But on a cold November night, that peace was shattered. The tranquility of the town was replaced by an overwhelming sense of fear and uncertainty. The streets that were once filled with laughter and joy now echoed with silence and dread. A crime so horrific, so evil, it sent shockwaves through the community and beyond. The unimaginable act left everyone in a state of disbelief and sorrow. The sense of security that once defined Moscow was now a distant memory. 4 young lives were taken, leaving behind a mystery that continues to haunt us. The community came together to mourn, to support one another, and to seek answers. Vigils were held, candles were lit, and flowers were laid in memory of those lost. The pain of their absence is felt deeply, and the quest for justice remains. Ethan Chapin, a bright and energetic young man, full of life and promise. He was known for his infectious enthusiasm and his ability to light up any room he entered. Ethan was a dedicated student, a loving son, and a loyal friend. His passion for sports and his commitment to his studies made him a role model for many. He had dreams of making a difference in the world, and his future was as bright as his smile. Madison Mogan, known for her infectious laugh and kind heart. Madison was the kind of person who could make anyone feel at ease with her warm presence. She was deeply involved in her community, always volunteering and helping those in need. Her friends often described her as the glue that held their group together, always ready to lend a listening ear or a helping hand. Madison had aspirations of becoming a teacher, hoping to inspire and shape young minds. Zana Kernodle, a vibrant soul, always ready with a smile. Zana's energy was contagious, and she had a knack for turning any situation into a positive one. She was passionate about the arts, often seen with a sketchbook in hand or attending local theater productions. Her creativity knew no bounds, and she dreamed of one day opening her own art studio. Zana's friends and family admired her resilience and her unwavering optimism. And Kaylee Goncalves, a loyal friend, full of energy and zest for life. Kaylee was known for her adventurous spirit and her love for travel. She had a bucket list of places she wanted to visit and experiences she wanted to have. Her friends often joked that she was the life of the party, always bringing joy and laughter wherever she went. Kaylee was studying to become a journalist with dreams of telling stories that mattered and making a difference in the world. These 4 students, their lives intertwined, shared dreams, laughter, and a bond of friendship. They supported each other through thick and thin, celebrating each other's successes and comforting each other in times of need. Their friendship was a testament to the power of human connection, and they were often seen together, creating memories that would last a lifetime. They were more than just friends. They were family. They were loved by their families, cherished by their friends, and their futures were filled with hope. Their parents spoke of their children's dreams and aspirations with pride, knowing that they were destined for greatness. Their friends shared stories of their kindness, their laughter, and the countless moments of joy they brought into their lives. These 4 young individuals had so much to offer the world, and their potential was limitless. But on that fateful night, their dreams were extinguished, their laughter silenced, and their futures stolen. The tragedy that befell them left a void that could never be filled. The community mourned the loss of these bright souls, and the impact of their absence was felt far and wide. Their legacy, however, lives on in the hearts of those who knew and loved them. They will never be forgotten, and their stories will continue to inspire and remind us of the fragility of life. It was a typical Saturday night in Moscow. Students were out enjoying themselves, celebrating the weekend. Ethan and Zana attended a party at the Sigma Chi fraternity house. Madison and Kaylee went out dancing at a local bar, enjoying the company of friends. Around 1:45 a.m., Madison and Kaylee stopped at a food truck, a popular late-night spot for students. Their last moments captured on camera, a chilling reminder of the normalcy that preceded the horror. The next morning, silence hung heavy over the house on King Road. No signs of life, no sounds of laughter. It was unusual, unsettling. Concerned friends and family members tried to reach the students, but their calls went unanswered. Panic began to set in. Around noon, someone entered the house, making a gruesome discovery. 4 lives extinguished, their bodies found inside. The news spread quickly, a dark cloud descending upon the town. Moscow, Idaho, would never be the same. Section 5. The investigation begins. This is where our story takes a darker turn, as the quiet neighborhood of King Road is thrust into chaos. The house on King Road became a crime scene, a stark contrast to its usual peaceful appearance. The once serene street was now filled with the flashing lights of police cars and the bustling activity of forensic teams. Police cars and yellow tape cordoned off the area as investigators in white suits combed through every inch, searching for clues. Every detail, no matter how small, was meticulously examined in hopes of finding a lead. The murders, brutal and seemingly senseless, left the community reeling. Neighbors who once felt safe now looked over their shoulders, and a somber memorial site with flowers and candles grew as the days passed.
Who could have committed such a heinous act? The question hung heavy in the air as detectives pored over evidence and questioned witnesses, trying to piece together the puzzle.
The investigation, complex and challenging, began immediately. Detectives and forensic experts worked around the clock, driven by the urgency to find answers and bring justice to the victims. The FBI was called in, bringing their resources and expertise to bear on the case. Their involvement added a new layer of intensity to the investigation, as they brought advanced techniques and technology to the table.
The FBI's involvement signaled the seriousness of the situation. Their presence was a clear indication that this was no ordinary case, and the stakes were incredibly high. We knew we had to act fast and thoroughly. Every moment was critical, and the pressure was on to solve the case before the trail went cold. The collaboration between local law enforcement and federal agents was crucial, as they pooled their knowledge and resources to track down the perpetrator. As the investigation progressed, the community came together in solidarity, holding vigils and supporting one another through the uncertainty. The sense of unity was palpable even as fear and grief lingered in the air. The detectives continued to review case files and analyze evidence, determined to uncover the truth. Each piece of information brought them one step closer to solving the mystery, but the road ahead was long and fraught with challenges. Late into the night, the investigators worked tirelessly, driven by a shared goal of justice. The house on King Road, once a symbol of normalcy, had become the epicenter of a relentless pursuit for answers. Family members and community residents expressed their hopes for justice, their voices filled with emotion. The detectives, fueled by these heartfelt pleas, made significant progress, inching closer to uncovering the truth behind the horrific events. As the investigation continued, a sense of resolution began to take shape. The combined efforts of local and federal authorities brought them closer to solving the case, offering a glimmer of hope to a community in mourning.
Section 6. A community in fear. Fear gripped the town of Moscow. Students, once carefree, were now afraid to be alone. Parents clung tightly to their children, wondering if their safe haven was lost forever. The community, once close-knit, was now bound together by fear and grief.
Candlelight vigils were held, the flickering flames a symbol of hope and remembrance. But the question remained, who was responsible for this horrific crime?
Section 7. Whispers in the wind. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The investigation continued, but answers remained elusive. Rumors and speculation filled the void.
Who were the intended victims? Was it a targeted attack or a random act of violence? Theories abounded, each more chilling than the last.
But without concrete evidence, the whispers in the wind offered little solace to a community desperate for justice. Section 8. the weight of uncertainty. Time ticked by, each day a painful reminder of the unsolved murders. The families of the victims, their hearts broken, waited anxiously for answers. The weight of uncertainty hung heavy over the community. The once peaceful town of Moscow was now forever linked to this tragedy. Section 9. A search for answers. The investigation continued, a relentless pursuit of justice.
Investigators followed every lead, no matter how small. They interviewed countless people, piecing together the movements of the victims and searching for any clue that could lead them to the killer.
The case, complex and baffling, presented numerous challenges, but the investigators remained steadfast in their determination to bring the perpetrator to justice.
Section 10. Justice for the victims. The murders of Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogen, Zana Kernodle, and Kaylee Goncalves shook the nation. Their stories, a tragic reminder of the fragility of life, resonated with people far and wide. The search for their killer became a collective mission, a promise that their deaths would not be in vain. The pursuit of justice, though long and arduous, would not cease until the truth was revealed and the responsible party held accountable for their heinous actions. Section 11. Remembering their names. The memory of Ethan, Madison, Zana, and Kaylee lives on. Their smiles, their laughter, their love for life, forever etched in the hearts of those who knew and loved them.
The tragedy of their deaths serves as a reminder to cherish every moment, to hold loved ones close, and to never take the gift of life for granted. While the search for answers continues, one thing remains certain: their names and their stories will never be forgotten.